audience using your request or your report? What is it that you're requesting, and what should they do with the request? Should I forward this to another committee, a higher up committee, a deciding committee, or do I forward this to their colleagues or subordinates to actually get things done or get information or data? Where should what is the role of the person you're writing to? Will there only be one person to read the report? Okay, are you going to CC them? Are you going to inform them? Should they be informed, or should they be a part of the deciding committee? Should we want to consider their opinion? So should they be mentioned inside the report, or in the subject line, or in the introduction? So if 2 or more people will read the report, who are they? And then what is the educational level of your audience? This may sound very offensive. It's not offensive at all. Why is it important? So that it influences the type of message. Sometimes when we are too indirect, people cannot understand us. Yeah, when we are too indirect, we don't want to sound very direct, and we don't want to sound very rude. Sometimes people can't understand us, not necessarily because of education level, but because of the fact that the way we actually try to encode our message might not be successful. So sometimes people who are, like, for example, slightly more experienced in terms of reading a lot of reports, they may get what you're trying to say immediately. Sometimes it can turn out to be a barrier. Yeah, we cannot understand. Sometimes it's like that. It's not necessarily, what I'm saying is that why this question is being posed. What is the educational level? It's not necessarily to say that, someone who's a different level will not understand certain things. Well, we can actually explain very simple things in simpler terms, but that would mean that there will be more effort in the level of the encoder or the report writer. Correct or not? Because of the fact that we have to accommodate. At the end of the day, we're not accommodating because of we are showing our weakness. No. We are showing our capacity of how to fit to the purpose. Yes, sometimes it's right now everyone feels that ourselves are being attacked. Sometimes we just have to develop a thicker face and thicker skin. Thicker skin. Okay? Does your audience have a positive attitude towards the subject? That is very important, isn't it? Who would like to deal with problems, right? Especially when an incident happened or any problems that happen and a report needs to be written up, that would be just not pleasant, So in terms of a positive attitude, then we can actually try to write it so that it is not as impactful. It won't have such a negative impact. So all of this, what do you call that again? Questions and considerations. They may be like, why we need to do all this? It's just a report, and we have to write 17,000 reports. I understand wholeheartedly, but I think that for us to just take a moment in time to actually have this to consider would not not 100%, would most probably change the outcome of what we're trying to do. Yeah. So after you answer all of these questions, we will be able to decide the level of appropriacy. What does level of appropriacy means? It means that we can cater, we can design our message to look a certain way. Just like people, who are designing hantaran-hantaran perkahwinan tu. Some people like it pink, some people like it pastel, some people like it grand, some people like in different. So because of the fact that people have different preferences, and as the service provider or reporter of information, sometimes if we were to get, or we were to aim to get something done, sometimes a little bit of strategy should come in play. Yeah, a little bit of strategizing can help, right? Let me just see. Ding, 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 ding. I believe it's almost 4 o'clock. Okay, we started quite late just now. May I ask my co-host, Ms. Nadira, if, for example, we can actually continue on next week, we will do so. That's just a little bit more before we go into the second week's, what do you call that again? Session. Is it okay if I show them the MyLine platform, where I will be preparing a forum for everyone to introduce themselves? Is that okay? Boleh. Okay, all right. Okay, let me show you. So apart sana, sana, ding 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 ding. Things here. Inshallah. Okie dokie. All right. Now, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Right. So, inshallah. Okay. So, if this is your first time in MyLine, which I'm not sure it is your first time, so since we are doing as a part of a MyLine effort as well, so apart from the class that we have engagement for 1 hour, this short course also entails a exercises. But don't worry, the homework won't be long. I promise. I don't give a lot of homeworks. I give a lot of homeworks only to my students, not to you. You are my friends. I won't be giving you a lot of homework. Nah? Okay. So the homework for this week is very simple, dimple ala kimple. Yeah. So if you have, if you can log in, can you log into MyLine? Okay. If you see on top here, usually you will be going to ELSP at UTM Registrar, right? But this time around, we are doing short courses. So under short courses, if you see right next to ELSP, there's the report writing. What do you call that again? Tab. So you just need to click on that, and then you will see this one. If, for example, there is a prompt to say enroll now, all you need to do is just scroll down and click the enroll down at the bottom of the screen, and then you will be enrolled into this particular page. Okay, just for the course, for the sake of the 4. Okay, actually, like if you see here, there should be an exercise, but most of the questions are actually related to something that I will cover next week. So let's just do the exercises next week. Okay, but for this week, if you don't mind, because I would like to get to know you as well, I'm humbled by the fact that you are here to participate in our short course, to support us. So if you could just kindly participate in the forum. So if the forum is called Introduce Yourself. So here, you can just reply to the forum and introduce yourself, share with us your name, which department are you from, the current position you're holding, and maybe your nickname. Yeah, unfortunately, it's hard for me to come up with a nickname with a name like Naimah. I try to ask my mom, Ibu, why do you give me such a complicated name? Nurul Naimah, susah nak dapatkan nama nickname yang comel-comel. Semua nampak macam makcik. But then, I don't have a glamorous nickname, so I just call myself Naimah all the time. So if I know your nickname, so it's easier for us to actually address each other after this. Okay. So if you could kindly just for this week until we meet again next week, it would be great for you to post something about yourself in this particular forum. Yeah. So for the exercise, for the exercise, you can only do it. You will only have to do it next week after we meet again, and I'll finish off what I wanted to say just a little bit more, because we'll be looking at the barriers and later on a language input. Okay, so and next week we'll be looking at one other part of report writing as well, inshallah. Right? So I would like to thank every single one of you for showing your support for our program. Thank you very much. I hope that I am not going to be a big disappointment to you. In fact, I would like to learn so much more from you, for I know that most of you are so much more experienced than I am when it comes to being or to dealing with professional report writing. If you can, next week, I would like to know if you can have like a sample of your report in your computer. I would like to know what kind of report you're doing or you're dealing with. That could help me further niche down what I can offer you and what are the concerns that I can help you with. Yeah? So is there anything else that I have? The attendance link, if I'm not mistaken, is in the chat box. I apologize for the glitch just now, for not having the options of yes and no in the poll. I am so sorry. Yeah, I apologize deeply for that. And I also look forward to meeting you again next week. I would like to wish every single one of you Ramadan Kareem, Selamat Berpuasa, and hopefully next week when we meet, Allah will give us slightly more energy. Yeah, we'll retain our energy even though dah pukul 3 set lagi nanti. So hopefully we can meet each other next week as well. So thank you very much, everyone. See you in the next session.
Thank you, madam. Bye.
Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Thank you, Miss.
Nanti last baru kita ambil gambar.